ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Double Bogey Show.
Yeah, boy.
The last and final episode of the Double Bogey Show.
Yeah, a little bit of a bombshell for you this morning. We mean it this time. This isn't an episode 69 rug pull.
Yeah.
This is it. We've been thinking about this for quite some time. And I think it comes down to our hearts are just not in it anymore. And one, if we're going to put out a product for you guys, we want it to be a good product. You deserve that.
Yep.
And I think we deserve the fact like we want to come and sit down. And honestly, it's become a little bit of, I don't want to say a nuisance, more like a chore.
Yeah, that's it. That was the exact word I was going to fill in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this since 2020. And when you kind of pride yourselves on not talking about professional golf, in 5 years' time and 280 episodes, you kind of you run out of stuff relevant enough to talk about. And obviously we hit the golf wave at the perfect time.
Yes.
Because it was like right at the beginning of COVID when millions of more people were getting into golf, guys like us, right? That's kind of where we got back into golf after taking a, let's say 10-year hiatus. And after 5 years, you talk about enough things and enough bits. And as I was going through the page yesterday, I'm like, holy smokes, we were diving deep right away, but it was good shit.
Right. Like you said, when you're not going to talk about the thing in golf that changes every week, professional golf.
Correct.
In 5 years, you're going to talk about everything.
Yes.
And honestly, Ryan's talked about it a million times, and I know he dreaded doing it every morning, just scrubbing Reddit for something fresh.
Yeah. And even Reddit's kind of gone dry with controversial takes, and even if it hasn't, it's stuff we've already talked about again. So yeah, it's not fair to you guys as the listeners to, sit here and, the writing may have been on the wall already for you to sit there and listen to us, try and come up with something that's going to be a funny bit or something we haven't talked about before.
And so honestly, you guys are owed the best product you can. And Ryan and I talked, and we don't think that we can give you the best product we can going forward. So, and who's to say that we don't bring it back in a few years?
For sure.
We're not saying that it's dead forever. It could be. It could be dead for 6 months. It could be dead for 2 years. And I do want to note, we are not getting axed. We have talked about 100 times that Miles has put us on the chopping block. This was our decision. Yeah,
for sure. We had been on the chopping block probably every quarter since at least 2021.
Yeah.
And this was actually Tyler and I's decision. Miles didn't really have a say in this.
He let it be up to us. So
we put negotiations with brand deals on, we just kind of shoved that aside and we said, hey, we'd rather put out a good product and not get as many brand deals than put out a shitty product and get a bunch of brand deals, because then it's still just not as fun at that point.
And we're acting at that point,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's not genuine us. We're not watching professional golf every week to keep up with, topics of conversation come the following week. We're not able to golf as much every week. In the summertime, being in North Dakota, we get 5 months, 6 months if we're lucky. And even at that point, having kids now, life changes a little bit. And we gave it a hell of a 5-year run.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier with it. And I think honestly, the beginning of the end for me was golfing with my son this summer and thinking more about which items I should bring to the podcast.
Yeah.
Rather than sitting there and having a blast with my kid.
For sure.
So I was like, and it was over consuming a little bit of my personal life. And I think that's where I mostly drew the line in the sand. But I will be forever grateful for the success of this podcast, because it allowed us to do some really freaking cool things. Like the Myrtle Beach trips with Grandpa Dave, I will cherish for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I mean, that was the relationship built with the Caddy Girls too.
Right, from this podcast. And the 400 producers that we've had on this podcast. Noah, also, you're fired halfway through this episode, just so we can keep the streak going of losing producers.
Yeah. I actually wrote them down. Jake, Cody, Mitch, Matt, Ben, Jared, Noah.
Wow. Holy.
Wow. So the only constant in this room has been Tyler and I.
Yeah.
Which is kind of that's seven producers in 5 years. Now, like Ben was like he filled in one day when like no one else was around.
Remember he filled in for 2 episodes, and during the one episode we were talking about how he had so many producers. After that episode, he told me that he had already accepted that other job. So he was producing it with another job on deck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild. And then Jared was like a fill-in whenever we needed him. 280 podcast episodes, shitloads of new golf games created, whether it's new golf game, current golf game that we just were able to break down a little bit better. I don't know, hundreds of millions of views.
Yeah.
Got to be hundreds of millions of views. Let's see. Yeah, and I have I have a list of like best moments written down, and talking about hundreds of millions of views. I think one thing that really sticks out in my mind is swinger golf.
Oh yeah, dude. Tinder for golf.
Tinder for golfers. Yes. And when that idea popped up just out of nowhere on a podcast years ago, we started talking about it. You know, everyone and their mother had been working on this concept for 5 years at that point, trying to build the app. Even
though our shit popped off because everyone was like, wow, what a great idea. And then every DM we got, it's like, I've been working on this for the last 45 years.
Yeah. And then there was, what's crazy is that there was a group of guys who had started an app, which pretty much was swinger golf.
Yeah. And they wanted us in on it. And we talked about it. Correct. And we were in negotiations.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we got a couple conversations, like
we got agents involved.
And you know, we were told a bunch of things, like, you know, they were talking to Tom Brady and fucking all these. And then
we got a launch thing happening in Florida or wherever it was.
Yeah.
Somewhere golf, we're like doing a launch event, and there's going to be this person here and this person here and this person here. It never no one did a thing. And
like the app launched and I downloaded it. It was pretty much like we had talked about. And then I don't know if it was like this last summer, I looked back into it and they hadn't posted in a really long time.
Yeah, it did. Dead in the water.
I'm assuming it did go dead in the water. But yeah, what a debacle that was. We want to talk about debacles. Pine to Palm suspension.
That was fantastic. Honestly, and I mean this with the most respect possible, Ryan. One of my favorite eras of this podcast is when you had the yips. That storyline was phenomenal.
The storyline was great.
I know it sucked for you.
Yeah.
But you got over it. So hindsight's 2020. It was probably good for you.
Yeah. I mean, the solution to the yips, just keep on fucking swinging.
Because like when we had the yips, that's when we had the Shooter McGavin cameo.
Yep.
And that was when I think that was episode 69. It was during the yips where everyone thought we were actually ending the pod.
Yeah, that was a very dark time. There were actually sleepless nights, which is fucking wild. If I were to get the yips now, I'd just quit golfing for a while.
Yeah.
Because that's just the stage of life I'm in. Online beef, Rick Shields, obviously, talking about the Swinger Golf app.
And then his producer coming at me.
Yeah. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, what are you gonna do now? You win. We're done.
I don't think we ever talked about this, but Dan Rappaport. Do you remember?
Yeah. Dan Rappaport reacted to one of our videos,
dude,
about us saying that golfing alone is awesome, and then he's like, "That's the dumbest fucking take ever." But he cut the reel right before we say golfing alone is awesome. The only thing better is golfing with 4 buddies.
Yeah.
And then his whole bit was that these guys are fucking idiots. Golfing with your friends is way better. It's like, listen to the rest of the video, you dipshit.
Yeah. I'm gonna go walk on the sidelines and talk about professional. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now?
Yeah, we're gonna end up on World Star, me and Rappaport.
One of the videos that sticks out in my mind, like one of our. It was not even like it's a very controversial video, but not like on our part. It was the Gimme Rule video.
Oh yeah.
So like,
dude, and that started from a reel that didn't do well.
Yeah, it wasn't like our best one, but then people going wild in the comments, and USGA even put out a video that like stitched our video on top of it. So that was really cool.
One of the video moments that sticks out for me, you were on vacation or some shit, and Miles, it was me and Cody, and Miles like, you need to be posting videos. And I was like, okay. He's like, by tomorrow. And I was like, fuck, what are we going to do?
Okay.
And Miles had just done a getting ready for blank You Betcha video. And I was like, well, fuck, I'll just do getting ready for golf season. It's March. There's snow.
Oh, yeah.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm like, Cody, get on the horn, start calling gyms. We're going to do getting ready for golf, and we're going to go to a gym, and I'm going to fake work out. I couldn't act to save my life. So I'm like, I need a video where I don't have any lines, or I have like very minimal lines.
Yeah.
So we go to Anytime Fitness with my rummage sale ping clubs, where all the heads are falling off. And all we did was work out and then just throw golf clubs into the mix. And that thing popped the fuck off.
Probably the first video.
Easily the first video that popped.
Yeah, and I've seen like remakes of that video. I've seen other versions for like getting ready for ice fishing season and shit like that.
And then they go to the gym and do the same shit. Ernest did one.
Yep.
Getting ready for summer, and he just did the same bit where he just pretended to drink a 5-pound dumbbell.
Yep, exactly. No, that I forgot about that video. That's
5 years ago.
Yeah, probably. Unbelievable moments going to the Ryder Cup.
Fantastic.
Yep. Obviously, shout out UPS for that, because our UPS rep, like UPS gets a lot of X amount of tickets, and he knew what we did here. And he was our rep for shipping all of our merchandise out. So he hooked us up with 2 days of tickets. Unbelievable experience that we may never get to experience again.
Yeah. Ryder Cup. And then Waste Management was unreal.
Yep. Waste Management. Obviously one of those things where you got to go at least once.
Playing in the Pro-Ams.
Pro-Am PGA Tour Canada 2 times. The notorious bee sting debacle.
Yeah, Jake almost died.
Yep. So me, Tyler, Jake, and Trevor. And like Trevor is so jacked for this Pro-Am on a beautiful course in Minnesota.
Add him to the list. I know he wasn't technically a producer.
Yeah.
But he was on then off.
Yeah, so we'll make it 8. And then before we even tee off on hole 1, Jake gets fucking stung by a bee. And he's like, dude, was he allergic to bees?
That's what he said.
Swelling up, or?
He said he's allergic. And I think he probably is, but not like death allergic.
Yeah.
Like he just reacts worse than a normal person.
Doesn't need like an EpiPen.
Yeah, and so because they gave him like 2 Benadryl and then he was chill.
He went and sat in like the conference room area deal, and then what were we, like 6 holes in, and he's texting us, and I wanted to like, of course we want Jake to be okay, but we kind of knew he was okay, and we also kind of know Jake's a little bit of a pussy sometimes.
Okay, so that's the thing. Like he could have been dying, but he's such the boy who cried wolf that we're like, he's fine.
Yeah.
And then I did end up feeling a little bit bad when he's like, I'm actually really allergic to bees. And I was like, are you? But also like, I'm sorry for being a dick.
Yeah. And he did. And then he requested somebody to go sit with him, which is fine. Obviously he wants someone there, And
we're like, well, we're not leaving. Trevor, go.
Yeah. So Trevor had to take that one for the team. Missed, I don't know, probably 8 or 9 holes. Probably half the round.
Yeah, we had that rando come play with us.
Yeah, which actually helped us.
He was very good. And our scores were handicapped.
Yeah, scores were handicapped, and he was a member at the course, so he knew it like the back of his hand.
He basically caddied for us and also provided good shots.
Yeah. Upper deck golf at US Bank Stadium.
That was sick.
That was sweet.
Yep. Even though it's the worst golf I've ever played in my entire fucking life.
Yeah, you had the hooks. You didn't even have the yips. You just had the hooks.
I had a little bit of the shanks. Remember the first swing I hit? And I hit it directly perpendicular from my chest.
Yeah.
You were there for that, weren't you?
I wasn't there. No,
it was me, you and Trevor.
And Jake. Yep.
And
that shot was on camera, though.
Oh, yeah.
So
it was like so bad the tracker didn't know where the ball went.
I just remember the reaction from everybody because you couldn't see the ball in the shot.
Yeah.
You just
It
just hear everybody
straight away from my chest, bouncing around in the bleachers.
Yeah.
and you only get like 3 mulligans, and everyone's like, you can hit another one.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, dude.
Definitely. The 9-hole golf course tour.
Dude, I
remember doing that.
Yeah, I almost
awesome.
forgot about that. Was a fun summer.
Another video that kind of popped for us was when we were at Three Bears, which is like almost your home course now.
Yep.
And Joe Barry drives his owner of the course drives a Subaru just right. He drives it like through the course onto the fairway just to say hi.
Yeah.
Just when you're done, you come down and pay at the bar.
We're ripping down the number 2 fairway, and we just see this Subaru Forester drive across almost on the number 9 green.
Yeah. Yep.
through the fucking rough, through some trees. We're like, what's going on? Are we in trouble? Like, does he not want us to film here anymore?
Yeah.
And he just pops out, hey guys. It's like, hi, Joe.
Yeah. How you doing, Joe? Good to meet you.
Good guy, Joe Barry.
After the round.
That's awesome.
If you're ever in the White Earth area, go to Three Bears, tell Joe we sent you.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to the bar though. He probably won't be at the course.
Yep. Yeah, you can show up to the course, just play it, and then go to Barry's, 1.5 miles down the road, then pay.
It's also wild that guys like us were able to get a club deal, let alone
it's crazy.
PXG. What did we have? 3 sets of PXGs, which is kind of insane.
It's super insane.
But it worked out. But the situation was great because PXG came onto the market as a very high end club.
Yep.
And they knew that they needed to hit, the average golfer market. And who better than to promote that than average golfers, below average golfers. So it was, the whole experience with that was pretty crazy in a sense where like we got to do 3 different fittings, 3 separate times for 3 sets of clubs, which is, I mean, for us, if that wasn't the case, I'd still be playing my Mizunos that I got back in 2020.
And I'd be down to like 4 of my pings left because the heads keep flying off.
Yeah. So that was cool. I wish we would have gotten to do more with PXG, but we had there's some
crazy
wild
how
shit.
that deal ended.
Yeah, there's some wild shit that happened internally with their team, which like unforeseeable circumstances.
And like, we're not just playing like, no, they dropped us. Essentially, our main contact, our main brand manager, she got a different job.
Yep.
And went to a different golf club company. And then
we were awesome.
And then we were in our next man up. She out of nowhere just stopped responding. Then we found out she was in a really terrible accident.
Yeah.
And she's okay now. Then they got handed off to a new brand team, but they didn't know what to do because they'd never done it before. So we got like lost in the shuffle, and they're like, yeah, it's a little late now. Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. We had a hell of a time while we were doing it.
Yeah, it was fun. They were a great brand to work with. Genuinely.
Yeah. Guests that we've had on the podcast, the notable guests, I'll save the best for last. But guys like, I mean, some of the biggest YouTubers in today's world, Grant Horvat, Joey Coldcuts.
Yep.
2 of the biggest with Bob Does Sports and then Grant having his own channel. And then
Friday Beers Boys.
Yep. I forgot. Yeah. Rusty.
We had Rusty, and then we had,
I forgot about
name,
that.
What's the actual name of their golf page? The dudes that do
Country Club Adjacent.
Thank you.
Yeah. I forgot about them too.
Yeah.
Obviously just didn't stick out in my head.
Yeah. That was right before the PXG deal, and they were just shitting on PXG golfers, and we're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Zach Johnson being one of them.
Shut up.
God, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and like the timing of when we got Grant Horvat on the podcast,
dude.
It was like I think it was the first time he had publicly talked about after leaving Good.
It was his first podcast appearance since the Good breakup.
Yes,
and we were like, holy shit, we got the exclusive first reaction of Grant Horvat. And the first thing he's like, I don't want to talk about that. We're like,
which I totally get.
We get it, but his agent was like, yeah, Grant will talk about it for a little bit.
Yeah. So I was disappointed a little bit. And that had to transition the entire conversation to stuff that we probably weren't even prepared for.
No, we weren't even close to prepared for it.
Yeah. So, that was a whirlwind.
I don't know if you noticed this, but I did that best of guests episode pretty recently.
Mm-hmm.
I was shit canned for Cold Cuts interview.
Yeah, I think I remember your cheeks were really red.
Yeah.
Because that was a late nighter.
It was a late nighter, and he was like an hour late.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to have a couple beers before this. This was back when I was drinking heavy.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, I was slurring.
Oh yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah.
Now that you bring it up, it brings me back to your rosy cheeks.
Yeah. Got shit bombed with cold cuts. And then our first guests ever. Fucking on tap with the MF and boys. That's how we poached Cody.
Yeah.
The producer of our first ever podcast guests.
Yep. On tap with the motherfucking boys.
Yeah.
Bev Cart girls, Caddy girls, Maddie Poole specifically.
Yep.
And then obviously the best guest we've ever had, G-Dave.
The man, the myth.
The man, the myth.
Who I think is, out of all of our listeners, the dedicateds, the day oneers, he will be probably the most sad to see this go.
Probably.
Or could be the happiest because he'll just get to golf with him more and he knows I won't be filming him secretly.
Yeah, no, exactly. He'll probably be a little bit bummed that like your guys' beef back and forth about the 1v1 is not going to be
a lot less
publicized.
Yeah.
He'll probably be bummed about that. But yeah, I mean, G-Dave became a character within the page and arguably was a better character than Tyler and I were.
Honestly, we should just pass the torch.
We should have.
Just put a mic in front of him once a week.
Yep. And then whenever, sitting on the couch watching the Vikings, he could take a Snapchat with a face filter on it, like he's notorious for. Throw it like that shit would have went crazy.
You should watch a Vikings game with him.
I would like to.
It's a hoot.
He likes to drink. He drinks a lot during the Vikings games.
He does.
I think a lot of Vikings fans do.
They always go to their friends and neighbors' house, and we used to go to pretty much every game there as well. But it's really tough with 3 kids now.
Yeah, I believe.
But they all do shots for every Vikings touchdown.
Really?
And if the game is low scoring, all of a sudden the shots turn into every field goal. And if the Vikings offense is playing really bad, then it just goes to any score regardless of team.
Yeah, he's having fun. He's enjoying life as he should. That's kind of all I got in terms of a wrap up. Again, probably not what people expected. Some may have seen the writing on the wall. To kind of close things out, I just obviously want to say shout out to all you guys for continuing to listen. The people who called in with the voicemails. Yep. The people who will send us direct messages saying I've been listening since day one is pretty wild. Even a lot of the stuff in the studio, the Masters mini clubs that were sent to us, me getting the Waggle pontoon hat because one of our fans know how much I just absolutely love going on pontoon rides. We don't forget about that stuff.
We don't.
The egg carton of golf balls that has been sitting here for the last 4 months.
That I fidget with.
Yeah, I got
some
up here.
So that's we've always been very grateful for that kind of stuff because we never thought we'd be in a position to for people to just even want us to send us that kind of stuff. We never asked for it. So that was always really cool when we'd get a package in the mail that was addressed to Tyler and Ryan Breakfast Ball. And a lot of this stuff, you guys know how big of a reseller I am. A lot of this stuff is ain't going on eBay.
Hell yeah. Because I thought you were about to say, I'm going to sling it. Jesus.
No, it's either the stuff in here is either Tyler's that he got from G-Dave, or it's stuff that was some thrift store stuff, but a lot of stuff has just been sent to us over the years.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want all my stuff, so maybe I'll let you fire sale some of it.
Yeah, we can.
I don't need this fucking club rack. You want to sell that?
Yeah, we'll throw that in.
All right.
Yeah. And then also
the simulator
getting
deal.
a top of the line simulator for just the videos that we were putting out. That allowed us to get that deal, and we're gonna have that forever. We love all you guys. Again, thank you for tuning in for 280 episodes, almost, probably close to 1,000 some videos, posts, whatever. Appreciate all the direct messages. And again, it's not it's not a for sure farewell, but at least it's a farewell for the foreseeable future.
Yep. And I think it goes without saying, we don't get to do this if you guys don't listen.
We would have been axed in 2021.
Yeah. So thank you. And
the numbers don't lie. Miles would look at the numbers and say, well, I can't just yet.
I just can't kill him yet.
Before we wrap it up, just one more thing. I think the highest we ranked Didn't we rank top 5 golf podcasts for like the weekly charts or whatever?
Yeah, the highest we got was number 2.
Number 2,
Second
top golf podcast in the world.
Second biggest golf podcast.
Last summer we cracked the top sports podcasts in the country. We cracked
Like 30 something?
No, even lower. We got into the teens.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Fuck yeah,
I think we were above like all of the Barstool golf podcasts that they have. We were above the Rick Shields by like 50 spots. That's wild. Here we go. Yeah. So
I'm gonna hold a Rick grudge forever.
I know. You guys got any final words?
No, how does it feel to be the final producer? I mean, you were technically fired halfway through this episode, but you were the final.
But it was the
producer.
final one.
Yeah. Yep.
No, it feels good. I think longest running. So
Yeah, you were probably
maybe second.
Mitch or Matt might give him a run for length, but this would be close. Definitely close.
So we got
2 years, something like that. So
No,
anything else?
that's all I have. We really appreciate you guys, and it was super fun to do, and I'll cherish it forever. But
Me too.
I think I'm happy to see it go for now.
Yeah, the timing's right.
Yep.
Okay. That's all we got for episode 280. Love you all, and see you somewhere.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Hell, that's a breakfast ball.